Blog Talk Radio.
My name is Matthew E. O'Neill. I'm the former top-rated writer for Everipedia Incorporated. I wrote over 1,000 articles for Everipedia Incorporated from 2019 until 2022. The 1,000 articles that I wrote have over 2 million views. I boxed in the late 1990s. I defeated Jeffrey Knockin, who was a 1991 and 1993 LSU National Baseball Champion. Jeffrey was a scholarship athlete for LSU, Louisiana State University. He also signed sports memorabilia on WorthPoint.com. I also defeated Preston Hartzog by technical knockout. Hartzog was an Army champion twice. He was also a 1997 U.S. Armed Forces champion and a silver medalist at the 1999 Military World Games. I spent thousands of hours to train and I had great trainers, and I'd like to credit the training facility of Dickie Wood and his trainers. Dickie Wood is the former trainer for Diego Corrales and co-trainer for WBC heavyweight champion Oleg Moskaev. Wood also trained James Toney in his boxing exhibition with Ray Zaronic in 2023. My biological son's name is Dan Marshall. Dan Marshall was born in December of 2000 in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Dan went to elementary school in Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. And as of 2024, he resides in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. His mother's name is Patricia Marshall. She was born on June 25th, 1958 in Canada. She has lived in Cornwall, Ontario, Toronto, Canada, as well as Colorado Springs, Colorado. My son has a first cousin once removed named Destiny Ponzo. Destiny Ponzo was born in 1997 in Cornwall, Ontario, Canada, and she is a Canadian that is involved with the entertainment industry. I created the Destiny Ponzo Everipedia page, which has over 700 views. Destiny Ponzo is from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. She graduated from Colonel Gray High School in 2015 and furthered her education by graduating from New Brunswick Community College in 2020. She has been employed by Capital Family Services. Her family is originally from Cornwall, Ontario. Ponzo is on Instagram and Facebook. She is of English, Italian, and Aboriginal Canadian ancestry. She is the grandniece of Patricia Marshall. Ponzo has a first cousin once removed named Dan Marshall. Marshall's biological father, Matthew E. O'Neill, competed in USA boxing sanctioned matches in the late 1990s. I also created the Ray Mercer versus Kimbo Slice Everipedia page, which has 1,000 views. Ray Mercer vs. Kimbo Slice was a mixed martial arts exhibition held on June 23, 2007 in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Slice won by submission. The bout was a non-sanctioned exhibition under the New Jersey Unified MMA rules. Both fighters were heavyweights. Mercer is a former WBO champ. Ray Mercer won the 1988 Olympic gold medal in boxing in the heavyweight class. Mercer won the World Boxing Organization World Heavyweight Championship by defeating Francisco Damiani in January of 1991. He successfully defended his title by knocking out Tommy Morrison on October 18, 1991. Mercer was stripped of his belt. Mercer made over $1 million by competing against fighters such as Larry Holmes, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and Vladimir Klitschko. After a series of scheduled boxing matchups fell through, Mercer decided to try martial arts and approached Felix Martinez, co-founder of Cage Fury Fighting Championships. On March 21, 2007, Cage Fury announced that Mercer had signed to face underground street fighter and internet legend Kimbo Slice at Atlantic City's Boardwalk Hall as part of Cage Fury Fighting Championship 5. Slice submitted Mercer. Kimbo Slice won the fight in the first round with a guillotine choke submission. Mercer was hit with a series of straight one-arm right-hand punches by Slice, and then Slice was able to scoop up and power slam Mercer. While on the ground, Slice obtained a guillotine chokehold, and Mercer tapped out. The referee waved the fight over after he saw Mercer tap out. The fight lasted 70 seconds. A Ray Mercer signed boxing glove sells for $33 on the website eBay in 2019. A Kimbo Slice signed Elite Extreme Combat signed photograph sells for $9.99 on eBay in 2019, $9.99. The aftermath of the Ray Mercer vs. Kimbo Slice fight was that Kimbo Slice defeated Dada 5000 in an MMA bout in February of 2016, but the result was later overturned due to Slice failing a drug test. Kimbo Slice died 3 months after his match with Dada 5000. Ray Mercer had some success in mixed martial arts as he TKO'd or KO'd Tim Sylvia unconscious in an MMA match in 2009. Sylvia is a former UFC champion. I also created the National Boxing Hall of Fame Everipedia page, which has over 600 views. The National Boxing Hall of Fame is a hall of fame that recognizes the achievements of both professional boxers and people that are affiliated with making the sport successful. It is based out of California. The purpose of the National Boxing Hall of Fame is to honor fighters past and present and to recognize the sport of boxing for the unique, intense nature of the sport. Its president is Bill Young, and its vice president is Linda Dempsey Young. Benjamin Rendon of the World Boxing Council belongs to their board of directors. Many great fighters have been inducted into this Hall of Fame, such as James Toney, Leon Spinks, Michael Spinks, Ernie Shavers, Muhammad Ali, Sean O'Grady. In 2022, the class of 2022 consisted of Pinklin Thomas, Angel Manfredi, Ray McCline, Flo Anthony, and Eva Jones-Young. I also created the Kevin Ferguson Police Officer Everipedia page. This page has 186,000 views. Kevin James Ferguson was born March 23, 1983. He is a police officer that works for the Los Angeles Police Department. He resides in Anaheim, California. In February 2017, he was involved in a controversial incident in which he grappled with a 13-year-old, eventually firing a gunshot when the boy's friends tried to get him free from Kevin's grip. On February 27, 2017, LAPD officially confirmed that it was indeed Ferguson. On February 6, 2018, the Los Angeles Police Commission decided that Ferguson acted out of policy and disapproved of his tactics. Ferguson, who had been assigned to the Hollywood Division. Shortly before that, the Orange County District Attorney's Office decided there was not enough evidence to file charges against Ferguson. Ferguson was accused of the harassment of Christian Dortch. On February 21, 2017, at about 2:45 p.m., Christian Dortch, along with dozens of other school teenagers, walking home from school in the suburbs of Anaheim in the vicinity of Euclid Street and West Palace Roads, came into contact with Ferguson, who allegedly made a nasty comment about a girl who was walking by and stepped onto his lawn. The off-duty police officer is seen in an 8-minute video holding the boy in a vice-like grip and refusing to show his badge to the student. It appears that Ferguson does not live exactly where the video was filmed, but a few houses down. There was an investigation into this incident. Kevin Ferguson was interviewed and his weapon was seized. He was placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. The LAPD confirmed he was on the force for less than 10 years at the time of the incident, joining in 2013. Ferguson returned to work as an active member of the LAPD after a short leave. A lawsuit was dismissed. In March of 2017, the parents of one of the children assaulted by Ferguson filed a lawsuit against him. The family had sued Officer Kevin Ferguson, the city of Anaheim, and the Los Angeles Police Department for more than $5 million, but agreed on August 30, 2018, to drop the litigation to avoid paying any legal fees to the city and the officer, said Ferguson's attorney, John Christie. I also created the Amy Hayes page, which has 6,500 views. Amy Hayes was born November 24, 1973, and she is a ring announcer for professional boxing matches. Her father, Morris, was a broadcaster for a local radio station and the union chairman for General Motors. Her mother, Freda, worked sewing car seats for a living. Amy Hayes graduated in 1991 from Southgate Anderson High School, where she played basketball and was elected to the homecoming court. She resides in Kentucky and has worked previously as a model. Amy Hayes has announced boxing matches on Showtime and has also been featured on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Her biggest breakthrough was becoming the exclusive ring announcer on Fox Sports Network's Sunday Night Fights series under promoter Dan Goosen of America Presents. She has also done ring announcing for boxing cards promoted by Top Rank, Main Events, Don King Productions, and DeBella Entertainment. She has done post-fight interviews with fighters for the King of the Cage. She announced the very first episode of Showbox, the next generation of Showtime. Hayes became interested in boxing during her teen years. After she landed her first job as a ring card girl, she decided she wanted to become the world's first female ring announcer of major boxing promotions. Amy Hayes was inducted into the National Boxing Hall of Fame in 2019. She joined former boxers Julio Cesar Chavez, Michael Carbajal, Mike Weaver, David Diaz, Rontel Griffin, Sean O'Grady, Rob Perez, and Lucia Riker for the class of 2019. I also created the Fotis Dulos page, which has 3,200 views. Fotis Dulos was born in 1968 and died January 30, 2020. He was an American businessman originally from Turkey. He resided in the United States for over 30 years. He spent his final days under house arrest after being charged in the murder of his wife in Connecticut. He worked for Petros Dulos and Company from 1989 to 1995. He worked for Gemini Ernst & Young from 1997 to 2004. Dulos faced multiple counts. He was captured on the charges of homicide. The police believe he is behind the murder conspiracy of his ex-wife, Jennifer Dulos. He was charged with capital murder. He was arrested for murder on January 13, 2020, placed under house arrest. He finally attempted suicide and then died. He attempted suicide at his home on January 28, 2020. He was revived and sent to a hospital in New York, where he was listed in critical condition. He died on January 30th, 2020 at 5:32 p.m. Thank you.
Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class healthcare and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov.
By offering healthcare that really understands the needs of your employees, you demonstrate your commitment to their physical and mental well-being. With comprehensive coverage, your employees can feel secure and valued, leading to a more stable and motivated team. Retain your valuable employees with the power of healthcare that really cares. This message is brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, delivering high-quality benefits and solutions to guide your workforce to better health.
There are some things employees love hearing.
Congrats.